memories?
Good and bad. Good and bad. I made some good friends. I had some bad memories there. I think I mentioned, I saw a terrible beating there one time.
Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, I can. It was the first time I ran away. He was an Indian fellow, and I think he was from Cowansville. And we were pretty tight. We were always hanging around together and everything. And I convinced him to run away with me. And one morning, we always had to do our chores like 5 in the morning before we went for breakfast or anything. And our job was to go outside and rake some mundane chore of raking the driveway or something. And it was still dark, and we got outside and we ran down the back, down towards the tracks, and we headed out. We had the chief of police of Shawbridge. His name was Beale. His name was Beaton. He came and picked us up and took us back to Shawbridge and took us into the administration building. And there was a man, the assistant superintendent, his name was Polson, and he was livid. And so they took us into the boardroom. So there was Beaton, Polson, me, and Kerwin. And Beaton held his wrists over the table, and they pulled down his pants and lifted up his shirt, and they started beating him with this heavy, heavy leather, almost like a whip. And they were beating him really, really bad. And I was just terrified because I thought, now it's my turn. And he told me, he says, no, we're not going to do it to you. We're doing this to give you a warning. This is what's going to happen if you run away again. This is not his first time running away, but it's your first time. So, after weeks later, he had welts all over his body, black and blue marks all over his body. And he was afraid to talk to me after that because I had convinced him to go running with me. And so that's something that'll always stay in my memory. It was pretty bad.
Do you know if they treated him? No.
No, he just went back to the cottage same as I did. And he could barely move, all over his back, down his buttocks, down his legs. He was just covered in big bruises, big black and blue marks.
So was corporal punishment par for the course?
It was accepted practice. And nowadays you couldn't do it. But what happened to him that time, those people would have been in jail for what they did to him. It was just...